Good morning, guys. So today we're going to answer a couple of questions from our users. If you have any questions, be sure to ask them in the comments below, and be sure to hit the like button. And if you want to learn more about dogs, dog questions, dog health, everything about dogs, I'm located in Sydney. And be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can keep up with all the latest videos. I'll do one every day. Anyway, so today the question is, my dog keeps going at the fence, my neighbor or my neighbor's dogs. What do I do about it? And then the second question is, my 6-month-old puppy keeps doing tug of war with my leash. How do I deal with that? So there's two questions is what we'll be going through. So what do we do? So in the first instance with the going at the fence, more often than not, almost every time that I have issues around dog behavior, it's low leadership or lack of leadership, lack of respect. Modern dog training theory teaches you to treat your dog as a friend, as an equal, right? And everything's about treat. You know, what's in it for me? Well, pay. What's in it for me? Pay. Right? You don't. I hope you don't raise your child that way. Okay. Go take it, honey. Can you do the trash? What's in it for me? Can you wash the dishes? What's in it for me? You don't train your children that way. It's expected. This is how we function as a family, right? And so most people don't do it that way, right? So they go to puppy school, and puppy school teaches you to do everything. You have to give them a treat and say blah blah blah. It's foolish. Okay, so what I want to teach you is leadership, respect. Okay, when you lead, have good leadership skills and a good working relationship with your dog, a lot of these issues, including the two topics that we're talking about, the going at the fence, and a variety of every other issue, can be addressed through good common sense, good leadership. And good leadership is very hard to find because there's very few good examples of good leadership out there, right? If your dog trainer, your so-called dog trainer, is a pimply high school graduate, with just working a minimum award wage job, probably don't know much about dog leadership, right? Leadership in general. So if they don't know how to do leadership with people, they don't know how to communicate leadership language with their dogs. Okay, and so today what we're going to talk about is leadership. What is leadership? And there's a misnomer between leadership and dominance. Dominance is I got a gun to your head. And if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to hurt you. Right? Anyone can get a dog to comply with use of force, threats, or violence. Okay, your president, your prime minister, your premier, do not do things. Any good leader, right? A president, a CEO of a company, typically a good leader don't force their employees, their followers, their people to do things against their will or the use of force, threats, or violence. Okay, good leaders inspire people to be better through examples, through taking the bullet for the team, by doing things or protecting and making wise decisions, leading people. Okay, and so I know I'm going through the wide tangent, but narrowing it down to the family unit. Okay, there are good parents. I'm sure some people have seen, even either on TV, movies, or otherwise, good parenting versus bad parents, right? The drunk, the wife beater. That's the bad parent, right? A good parent is a person that cares about the family, takes care of the kids, do things with the kids, lead the kids, and when things get tough and they do anything inappropriate, teach them about consequences. And consequences is not turning your back on the dog. Okay, don't do that. Again, these so-called trainers teach you that, oh no, when a dog do anything bad, turn your back on the dog, or just ignore the dog until they do good, and then reward them for good behavior. You don't do that with your children. So why would you do that with your dog? Okay, go back to good parenting skills. And if you want to learn how to be a good parent for your dog, read a parenting book. Okay, what I teach primarily is basically parenting 101 applied to the dog world. Okay, so I'm going on a wide tangent. How do you teach your dog to disengage from attacking the neighbor or attacking the dog against the fence, going at the fence? Or even if you're at home and the dog is out in the front yard and they just go with anybody that goes out the front door, right? Or go past your house, they go at them, right? So how do you do that? Is by having good, strong leadership and good working relationship with your dog. So when you say, hey, knock it off, come on, back, they come back. Your word has strength, has power. How do you do that? Where do you get that from? Okay, where you get that from is, again, coming down to having a good, strong leadership relationship with your dog. You do that by doing a structured walk with your dog every day. And if you, I have a free dog leadership course that goes through everything I've talked about in the link below at my website, that will teach you how to do a good structured walk. In summary, it's not hard. A structured walk, this is how most people walk their dog. Are you done, baby? Okay. They don't have to pay attention to the dog. Okay, that's not a walk. That's a drag. Okay, it's not you taking the dog for the walk. It's your dog taking you for the walk. A good structured walk is, hey, this is mommy and daddy and baby bonding time. You get to work for me. I'm going for a walk, and you have the privilege of coming with me. Only if you're on your best behavior. Okay, and so that's number one rule. And number two is, look, you go where I go. You don't lead me, I lead you. No, don't sniff there. No, don't pee there. Stay with me. No, stay with me. If you're gonna start leading me, I'm gonna go the other way. Where the hell do you think you're going? You thought I was going that way? Ha, I'm going that way. Lead your dog. When your dog starts moving ahead of you, stop, turn around. Your dog, your dog starts launching, stop, turn the other way. Lead your dog. No, we're not going what you think you think I was going that way. I was going that way. Confuse your dog. Lead your dog. Be ahead. Don't let them lead you. And after doing that for a few minutes, it may be 10 minutes, maybe half an hour. Do it as long as it takes before your dog realizes, oh shit, going ahead gets me nowhere because dad's gonna change, mom's gonna change. Okay, so lead your dog. Teach them that, hey, out here, you listen to me. What I say goes. Okay. By having a good working relationship, you form a strong bond with your dog that, hey, you need to pay attention to me. You need to listen to me. I will lead you. Whenever there's a problem, I'll show you what to do. I'll lead you, I'll guide you. Just like a strong prime minister or strong CEO of a company. Okay, lead your dog. Have a good leadership relationship with your dog. So, I'm sorry I'm going out on a tangent, but what does that have to do with going at the fence? Okay, so if you start showing good leadership with your dog and you start leading your dog is going to learn to listen to you, respect you, so that when you say something, hey, knock it off, your dog's more likely to follow you. And you do that again through just by doing one simple exercise, through a structured walk, your dog's going to learn how to listen to you a lot more better. And it goes deeper than that, but it starts there. Again, go through my dog leadership course. I go through a lot more elaborate detail on what it is, what's involved in providing good leadership for your dog, and it's in the link below. So how does that work? When your dog, keep your dog on the leash, okay? See if you can work with your neighbor or have a controlled experiment so that you know when your neighbor's out there, when the dog's out there. Work with your neighbor or time the situation. Have your dog on the leash. Enforce it. Hey, knock it off. Come on back. Pop the leash. Come on back. Oh, if you don't come back, I'm gonna make you come back. I'm gonna pull you back so that you know that that's inappropriate. And the more you do the structured walk in a good way, not chilling out, not letting the dog do sniff, pee, do stupid stuff. You're here by my side. The moment you leave me, I'm gonna change direction. Nice and simple, okay? If you keep just doing that, your dog is going to learn to listen to you a lot more. By investing in the structured walk, you're going to have much more success when a crisis happens. That attack at the fence is a crisis. And during a crisis, people and dog look towards leadership to help them, guide them through the crisis. And in this encounter, you need to listen to me. Come on, get out of here. Tell them to come back. Tell them to come back. Back it up with a leash. Tell them to come back. Back it up with a leash. When they come back, feed them with a treat. No, you're not allowed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. Coming back, here's the treat. Don't do that. You stay here. Stay here. Thank you. Right. So you teach them to come back, and if they come back, you get paid. They get paid. I hope that makes sense. You need to. It's time consuming and it takes effort, but within a couple of weeks, you should be able to get this issue resolved, because your dog will know that, hey, if I go there, I get told off. I get popped, I get told to come back. And if I come back, if I stay there and I don't react, I get paid. Okay, so that's how you deal with going at the fence, going at the people in the street, whatever, scooters, bikes, whatever. That similar situation. Structured walk, pop them, enforce it with a leash, coming back. And once they come back, yes, good boy. If you don't move, I'll pay you. If you don't move, I'll pay you. Okay, so on to our second question. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. On to our second question is the young puppy attacking the leash. Same deal, okay? It's not your dog taking you for a drag. It's you taking your dog for a walk. And if you have good leadership with a structured walk, your puppy will learn to respect you. Right now, your puppy thinks of you as a plaything, as a toy, as a playmate. You're an equal. Now, if your, 6-year-old daughter, right, chucks a tantrum when we're going out for a walk, walk to the school or whatever, chucks a tantrum and just like, yeah, whatever, you're going to have, honey, we're going straight home, or whatever. There are consequences, right? So do that with your dog, right? No, you don't do that. I'm going to pull it right up to make it uncomfortable for you. No, knock it off. The moment you settle down, I'm going to let you go. I know it sounds harsh, but you only do it a couple times before the dog realizes, no, that's not, it's a level of common decency, common respect for parenting. You would not do such disrespectful behavior with your mom and dad, okay? So teach the dog that, no, what you're doing here is very disrespectful. So again, if you go to puppy school or all positive training, they'll teach you that just ignore the behavior, let it go. Let them know when they stop, then yes them and pay them. Right? That's the methodology for all positive training. It's a fallacy. It just doesn't work, and they call it science-based. Anyway, so tell them to knock it off. Tap them on the nose. Whatever you have to do to get them to disengage. Don't do that. Very unacceptable. Thank you. If you do that again, I'm going to make it uncomfortable for you. No? Good. No, I'm not trying to hurt the dog. It sounds like I'm abusive. I'm not. I'm teaching dogs consequences. If you're a shit, then I'm going to give you appropriate correction. Look, I don't want to hurt you, but I will do what I have to do to get you to desist. If it's uncomfortable, then stop doing it, and I won't do it to you. There are consequences. Teach a dog consequences. If you continue to do stupid behavior, I'm going to continue to make it uncomfortable for you until you stop. I'm not saying being abusive. I'm just saying making it uncomfortable. Lift it up, knock it off. The moment you desist, I'm going to let it go. Right? Teach the dog that if you do that, then there are consequences. If you do that, there are negative consequences. Just like if you're a kid and you stick your finger at the power plug, you stick your finger at the flame, you get hurt. There are negative consequences, and you learn really quickly that's not a good idea. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, if you like what I've got here, and if you like to see more videos, I'll be producing videos on a regular basis. Be sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe. Anyway, this is George signing out.